Fish. All right, bro. So let's start. You're home. You're home now.
Yep.
Talk to us about that. Just talk to us about coming home. What's it been like for you?
It's been mean, bro. Just not taking little things for granted with the family. That's probably the main one.
Yep.
It's just buzzy to be home and after quite a while away. Just been loving the Warriors and how it's like a clean slate.
Yep.
So just been loving the boys and the environment. I feel like we've got something good going as well.
Yeah, solid. So you are the kid from the far north. I know how much family, plays a role in your life. That decision to come home, was it based around that, solely based around being closer to whānau?
Yep. Bro, honestly, the only other club I'd go is here.
Yeah.
Just because of the ties. Obviously being a fan of yours and a few of the other boys back in the day. So, pretty buzzy, bro. When my koro passed, that was probably the final string.
Yeah.
Just felt like that calling to come home, And me and my stepdad had a conversation, and it was just like, now's the time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Had a big convo with the wife, and we made it work, and here we are. So it's been buzzy.
Since being home, has anything stood out to you? Has anything surprised you? One being, back here, but also come into the club. Are you surprised by anything? The way things work, or are you like, nah, this is on? You can be honest too. This is a safe space.
Not really surprised. It's just things are a little bit different than I'm used to. But in saying that, it's good for me. I want to get out of my comfort zone and stuff like that. I want to try different things, or even just living in Auckland. It's different to me.
A little bit different to Penrith.
Yeah. Bro. So all that stuff. But it's been mean. I've been loving it. Also, I've wanted another challenger. I felt like I was getting a bit not complacent, but I wanted a new challenge, and to come home and represent the team and the country every week, that's what I wanted to do.
All right, let's go into the journey now, bro. Let's go. So, like I said, you're from the north, but how does Fish end up in Penrith? Let's go. Let's just talk us through that quickly.
So always played union and that growing up, and then I always wanted to find a league club.
Yeah.
I didn't find it until I moved to Whangarei. Went to Whangarei Boys High School boarding. I was under 15s, and that's when I played my first season in the rugby league. And me and my old man watched the national comp one day. I think it was Northland versus I don't know, might have been counties or something. And then I said, so if you play good in this, do you get picked for the Warriors or something like that? And he was like, yep. And so I sort of just put my head down and trained hard for Northland, made the Northland Swords and things like that, under 17s.
Yeah.
And then, did okay, raw, but I was having to go.
Have a go, yeah.
And then people started watching me. And then this manager came up to me and sort of, from there, pretty much came all the way up home, up to Kuku, which was special for me and my family. No one comes up there.
Making the effort.
Exactly. And he said, got this thing lined up with you. He knew Gus, and pretty much from there, straight after school.
Straight over there. Was that a challenge? Was this the first time you were leaving home? Was it was it for you, bro? Was it always I want to get out, there's something more? Or was it I wanted to go to the Warriors? Or was it nah, I'm just happy for the opportunity wherever it is?
Yeah, well, I have a story.
Story time.
Freaking. So Stace came and watched me a couple of times. I played a day, nothing.
Didn't give you nothing.
And then I played another game with Warriors Development. Got played a day, nothing. And I was like, wow.
Do you remind them of it?
I remind them of it.
You remind Stace that, hey, I was right in front of you, bro.
I'm at peace with it, eh? But the boys from up north, we're just keen. That was my only goal. Like, I had no other thing backed up.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to make NRL.
Yeah.
So, us from up north, we would go anyway, just to get the opportunity.
Yeah.
So, you took it with both hands.
You land in Penrith, you play your juniors, you're getting to understand what it takes. You know, you're learning in an Aussie environment, a pretty tough environment. What was it like for you when you sort of cracked that first grade? What were the biggest differences between sort of, okay, I was doing this very much for the opportunity, I loved it, now I've got to do it full time, it's mahi, it's a job. Remember anything in those early stages where it was like, oh, that's a shock?
So I went pretty well in my first year. I was just happy to be there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Made the Kiwis at the end of the year, first year, so I was buzzing at that. But then my second year, I think I learnt quite a few things from there. Just a lot of injuries. From there, I think I learned a bit more about being professional. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
You got to be dialed in a bit more and train a bit harder. If you actually want to be a starter and stay here for longer, type thing. So yeah, after my second year, I think I started to dig in and realize this is pretty full on.
It's crazy chatting to you, bro, because when I just spoke to Rog, you quickly realise why you guys are the way you are, and it's very much from the role or the examples that you had. You know, so who were some of the boys that were showing you that? Who were the teammates that were like fish? You know, who were your examples?
I've had heaps, bro. I think E.T., Elijah Taylor was one.
Yeah.
He's from up north, so and he was at Penrith at the time.
Yeah.
So he helped out me and Corey a little bit just about being professional and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big one. But also, throughout more of the years, Zane Titavano.
Yep.
Just
discipline.
He showed me
how
to be more of, not an enforcer, but sort of heading in those ways.
Yeah.
So he was a big one for me. And our crew, yeah.
Yeah.
And the boys coming through.
That eventuates, you guys go on a run. You know, I don't want to talk about Penrith too much, but what is it, 4 comps? Did you get 4?
Yeah.
Okay, you got 4. When the opportunity comes about to come home,
yeah,
you spoke earlier about you felt like you needed a new challenge. But if I had won 4 comps in a row, I'm probably staying exactly there.
Yeah.
You know, what was the biggest, what excited you the most about coming back here?
The opportunity of being the first.
That always excited me, eh? That was when we had players like yourself come back, Rog coming back, some of the boys, Bully back in the day.
Yeah.
Everyone says that same thing. The first, no one can ever take away the first, you know? But I wholeheartedly, I hope you're the guy to do it, you know, I really do. Let's go to Kiwis. Now, I know how passionate you are about that jersey. Yeah. Got to experience it last year with the late call-up.
Yeah,
got to rub shoulders with the fish. But talk to us about that space, bro. I've been around a few leaders, bro. I've been around a few people that do things their way. I don't think I've ever been around someone that does it quite like you, though. You know, softly spoken, don't actually say much. When you talk, it's holy shit, yo. And then watching you go about your work, it's okay, that's where you like to do your talking. Putting pieces around you in that space and allowing other people to speak and have their say is a big strength of yours. Is that something that you always wanted to be? Or was it, again, just something you learnt over the years?
No, I definitely learnt.
Yeah.
Obviously being not the loudest speaker coming through, or just in general, I'm pretty to myself, but
yeah.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable in that space now. Being able to speak, especially in the team environment, I feel like I know how to win games, and
yeah,
I'm pretty I back myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Is that that sort of, is that where this next bit stems to? I know you're massive on giving back. I'm very passionate about it too. I know you're doing some work up north, Kalani and the boys. Talk to us a little bit about that. What's behind all that?
So, yeah, I know you didn't want to talk about Penrith much, but I just seen what we were able to do in the community.
Yeah.
yeah, the community like is thriving now, all the West FTA and all that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
amazing to see. Like I'm just like, what can I try to do for my own backyard sort of thing, you know? And me and Kalani been talking. We eventually want to do like an academy up there or something. Something for, we just want to give back opportunities, you know, for the kids up there. Some of the kids are not well off. So
Yeah.
that's the main driven thing. And it's Northland's pretty big, you know, so you've got to travel everywhere and stuff like that. But we just want to create opportunities. That's the main one. For people like ourselves coming through, we're just fortunate that we had parents that really invested in us. But yeah, that's the goal, bro. Create academy up there for like league and union. But yeah, we're gonna try and get up there a few more times this year. See how we go.
I love it, bro. I love it. Keep up the awesome work, guys. Appreciate your time, G.
Cheers, mate.